You're in the heart of a city that's on edge. People are uneasy, tensions are rising, and you can sense that something is about to snap. Suddenly, chaos erupts. The streets you once walked peacefully are now filled with fear, confusion, and danger. You have two choices: become a target or vanish into thin air. Becoming the gray man isn't just about survival, it's about moving unseen, unheard, and untouched through the storm. Stay with us as we count down into the top 7 practical strategies that will turn you into a ghost in plain sight. Number 7. Dress the part. The first step to becoming the gray man starts with what you wear. Think about it. Your clothes are the first thing people notice. Bright colors, flashy logos, and unique styles scream for attention. But when you're in survival mode, attention is the last thing you want. To truly blend in, you need to become as unremarkable as possible. Take, for example, you're walking down a busy street. On one side, there's a person in a neon jacket. On the other, someone in a muted gray hoodie. Which one catches your eye? Exactly. The gray man wears neutral colors, gray, brown, dark blue colors that don't stand out in a crowd. You want to look like you belong in any environment, whether it's an urban jungle or a quiet suburb. But it's not just about the colors. Avoid logos, patterns, or anything that makes your outfit remarkable or memorable. Your goal is to be forgettable. Remember, the more generic you look, the harder it is for someone to describe you later. Your wardrobe should say, "I'm just another face in the crowd." By dressing the part, you're taking the first crucial step towards invisibility. But clothing is just the beginning. How you move through the world is just as important. So you're dressed to blend in, but what about the way you move? Up next, we'll dive into the art of moving with purpose, how to walk, talk, and act like you belong wherever you are without anyone giving you a second glance. Number 6, move with purpose. Now that you're dressed to disappear, let's talk about how you move. Have you ever noticed how some people just blend into the background while others stand out like a sore thumb? The difference isn't always in what they're wearing, it's in how they carry themselves. The gray man moves with purpose, but not with urgency. Imagine you're in a crowded train station. The people rushing through, bumping into others, looking stressed, they're the ones who stand out. But the person walking calmly with a steady pace, as if they know exactly where they're going, that's who you don't notice. That's who you want to be. But it's not just about pace. Your body language should be confident but not assertive. Keep your head up, but avoid direct eye contact. Looking too focused can make you memorable, but looking down makes you vulnerable. The key is to walk like you belong, like you're part of the scenery. Here's a tip. Practice walking in different environments. In busy streets, mimic the pace of those around you. In quieter areas, slow down and blend into the slower rhythm. The more you can adapt your movement to the environment, the easier it will be to disappear in plain sight. So you've mastered the art of movement, but there's more to becoming the gray man than just blending in physically. Up next, we'll cover one of the most crucial skills in your arsenal: situational awareness, because to stay visible, you need to see everything without being seen. Number 5, master the art of situational awareness. Blending in with your surroundings is important, but it's not enough. To truly become the gray man, you need to be aware of everything around you without making it obvious. This is where situational awareness comes in. Situational awareness isn't about knowing what's happening. It's about knowing what could happen. Imagine you're in a coffee shop. Most people are glued to their phones or chatting with friends, oblivious to the world around them. But not you. You're subtly scanning the room, taking in the exits, the cameras, the people. You're aware of who's coming and going, who looks out of place, and who might be a potential threat. But here's the trick. You can't look like you're in high alert. The gray man is observant, but not paranoid. You need to be able to take in your surroundings without drawing attention to yourself. A quick glance around, a casual look in a mirror or a window reflection, a subtle head turn. These are all ways to stay aware without tipping your hat. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, situational awareness becomes second nature, and you'll be able to move through any environment with confidence, knowing you're always one step ahead. Now that you've honed your awareness, let's talk about the next step in becoming the gray man. What you carry. Because the items you choose to keep with you can either make you blend in or make you stand out. Number 4. Limiting personal items. Your choice of what to carry can be the difference between blending in and sticking out like a sore thumb. Think about it. A person weighted down by bags and gadgets looks like a walking target, someone who has valuable things worth noticing or stealing. The gray man carries only what's essential and does so discreetly. A small, nondescript backpack or messenger's bag is the best bet. But it's not just about the size, it's about what's inside. High-tech gadgets, flashy accessories, or anything that screams expensive should be avoided. The goal is to carry the tools you need to survive without giving away your preparedness. So what should you carry? Think practical and low profile. A first aid kit, a multi-tool, some cash, a basic phone, things that can help you in a pinch but won't draw attention. And remember, the less you carry, the more mobile you are, and the easier it is to blend into any situations. Before we continue the countdown to number 3, please smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest prepper strategies, tactics, and tips. Okay, let's move on with it. With your gear minimized and your load lightened, it's time to focus on something even more important: how you react under pressure. Because in a high-stress situation, your reactions can either save you or give you away. Number 3, control your reactions. When the pressure is on, most people panic. Their heart rate spikes, they make rash decisions, and they often draw attention to themselves. But the gray man, he stays calm, collected, and in control. Think about the last time you were in a stressful situation. Maybe it was an argument, an accident, or just a moment of panic. What did your body do? Did your hands start to shake? Did your voice rise? These are natural responses, but they can make you stand out in a crowd. To become the gray man, you need to learn to control these reactions. Practice staying calm in everyday situations so it becomes second nature when things really go south. Focus on your breathing, keep your voice steady, and avoid sudden movements. The more composed you are, the less attention you'll attract. Remember, the goal is to be the person that nobody notices, even when everything around you is falling apart. Because in a crisis, the calmest person in the room is the one who walks away unnoticed. By mastering your reactions, you're well on your way to becoming the gray man. But there's another crucial element you need to consider: your ability to adapt to different environments. Up next, we'll talk about how to blend in no matter where you find yourself. Number 2, blend with the environment. Blending in isn't just about how to look or act. It's about how well you can adapt to your surroundings. Whether you're in the heart of a busy city, a quiet suburb, or even a rural area, The ability to seamlessly fit in is what makes the gray man truly invisible. Let's break it down. In an urban environment, you might need to walk with more purpose, avoid eye contact, and match the energy of the crowd. In a suburban area where people are more likely to notice outsiders, you may need to slow your pace, greet neighbors with a nod, or carry a bag of groceries to blend in. And in a rural setting, you might have to adjust your gait, your speech, or even your clothing to match the locals. The key is observation. Take note of how people around you behave and then mimic it. It's not about acting like someone else. It's about fitting into the background so well that no one's gonna give you a second thought. The more adaptable you are, the more environments you can navigate without being unnoticed. Adapting to your environment is crucial, but even the most adaptable person can attract attention if they don't have a solid backstory. That's why in this final step, we'll discuss how to craft a believable backstory that will keep you safe if someone ever takes notice. Number 1, build a backstory. Even the best gray man can't avoid all attention. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone will notice you, strike up a conversation, or ask you questions. When that happens, you need to be ready with a solid backstory, a reason for why you're there, who you are, and what you're doing. But here's the thing, your backstory needs to be simple and believable. You don't need to invent a whole new identity, but you do need to have answers ready. For example, if someone asks what you're doing in a neighborhood, have a reason ready. Maybe you're visiting a friend or just taking a walk. The more ordinary your story, the better. Practice is key here. Think through different scenarios and rehearse your responses. Keep them short, to the point, and consistent. And remember, less is more. The less detail you give, the harder it is for someone to catch you in a lie. A good backstory can be the difference between blending in and being remembered. And the best part? If you've done everything else right, you probably won't even need to use it. With these 7 strategies, you're well on your way to becoming the gray man, a master of invisibility, able to move through the world unnoticed and unharmed. But remember, blending in is just one part of the puzzle. The real question is, what happens when being invisible isn't enough? You've learned how to dress the part, move with purpose, and even create a backstory that keeps you safe. But what happens when the situation escalates? When being invisible is no longer enough? In our next video, we'll explore advanced techniques that make the gray man concept to the next level. Because when everything goes south, it's not just about survival, it's about staying one step ahead. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, share it with your fellow preppers, and don't forget to subscribe to catch all of our upcoming content. If you really liked the video, check out our other videos by clicking here or here. Remember, stay safe, stay prepared, and always stay ready. If you'd like to check out the products we've shared in this video, the product links can be found in the description below.